And then there I am. Wow.
Just behind this ad.
I need to go searching behind the ad.
A lady is Minecrafting a refrigerator. That's the ad.
What, she's turning her refrigerator into like a Minecraft one? What?
She took a pickaxe to it for milk. I think
Oh.
it was a milk ad.
I see. They still do got milk?
I guess.
I thought
First one I've seen in a while.
I thought they got rid of it. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, right? I'd go to like the lunchroom and they'd have got milk ads on the posters everywhere. Like I specifically remember one with Team Rocket.
Got Moo Moo milk.
Got Moo Moo milk, I guess. Yeah. We were just talking about the Mario one from last time.
Oh yeah. Well, I reference that a lot.
Jump, Mario. And then he drinks all the milk in the house. All of it, because he's greedy.
Straight out of the bottle.
Straight out of the bottle. That was such an early 2000s thing.
Yeah. I'm a little bit quiet.
Little bit quiet? Got it.
Am I hearing game audio through Discord?
You should be.
Okay. Well, I'm also here. I'm trying to see how
But
loud
also,
it is on the stream.
you can't hear it yet because I'm not looking at the game. I've navigated away from it, so it mutes the game audio.
What is this track?
This is from the level we're about to do.
Oh. Spoilers.
Spoilers. This music is fine when I'm listening to it, but like it doesn't stick with me really in the same way that the Crash music did. So I guess it's kind of hard to pay attention to it and like pick out the melodies or whatever while I'm playing the game. I have to go back and listen to it later to really get the most out of it. I tried drawing Crash yesterday. I'm gonna go back to that drawing today, but I liked drawing Crash like how he looks in Crash 2, where he just kind of has this really dopey, confused look on his face. Like I fluctuate between either drawing that or completely manic, teeth out, Tasmanian devil style.
So I assume you're not talking about like the cover of Crash 2.
No, I mean
when he's
like
looking
when
up at the projection.
When he's like looking up at the projection, or when you just kind of stopped and his mouth is like a little dot and he's got those big bulbous eyes that move individually. You know what I mean?
I think so.
He just kind of looks lost. Hold on, let me go.
I'm still a little bit quiet compared to you.
Alright, let me turn that up. I'll crank that baby up.
Hello, hello, testing. How are we now?
Should be fine. Anyway, I put it in the chat on Discord what I'm talking about. Like this look in particular is very PS1 Crash 2 for me.
Voice chat?
Friend voice.
Okay. I don't even remember when he makes that specific face.
I think he just does it whenever you stop moving. Cause he just looks like a lost animal.
I mean, he is. He's really just along for the ride in Crash 2.
He literally he has no free will, honestly. He just does what everyone else tells him to. It's just a good thing that the last person to tell him what to do was Embryo and Coco.
I love the dialogue as Cortex sees him going through the level and not getting the crystal.
Oh yeah, and you come back.
There's
He has like
three or four stages of it.
3 messages where he gets increasingly angry that you didn't get the crystal. Oh my gosh! Hold on, timer's up. It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode, Getting Some Space. Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Last time, we finished the first 2 levels of the space area, and I think we've just got one more in a boss fight before we can move on to the next dimension. And every level from here on out has a flashback tape. So, yeah, they're all going to be repeats. Hopefully not, but, you know, they're probably going to be repeats.
We've got 6 tapes left, so our quota is 3 per stream.
3 per stream.
We do this in 2 streams.
If we do this in 2 streams, which we should, hopefully. That also doesn't account for the side levels either, but we'll see how it comes as we take it. Alright, stowing away. And there is a tape on this level, too. I just have to assume there's a tape on every level. They could have stuck them all near the beginning, but no. They could have had a certain number per world being the same, but no. They only show up in World 2 onwards. And they start.
Did Cortex place them, like the TNT crates?
Maybe. No,
deviously.
I could believe that. He's like, even after he's a good guy, he's like, I'll give him a hard time.
He left his home videos out.
To the rift generator, but we'd be a lot faster in that. What the? Tana?
I'm not losing you guys in this dimension too. I'll handle this.
But we're a team.
This is a weird development.
Yeah. I don't remember if there's ever any, like, follow-up on this even.
Okay, first of all, they're not a team. Tana literally just left to go do her own thing immediately after the level she was first in, right?
That last cutscene was the first time we saw everyone in one place.
That's true. The one at the beginning of the previous level. Oh, okay. It's just a weird... It's just a weird thing, honestly, because I don't know why Coco says they're a team all of a sudden. Oh, this is gonna suck.
It's like trying to introduce drama into a place where there's not really a place for it.
Let me turn down the game's volume just a smidge. Because I could tell it's a little bit loud. Alright, let's try this.
Think fast.
Nice.
Vaguely Master Chief looking outfit.
Yeah, it's just kind of futuristic, I guess. Oh, I thought I took damage for a second.
Kind of looked like a downgrade from his ship in CTR.
Oh, that kills you instantly. Great. Nothing about that looked like it should have killed me. That doesn't look like it should kill me instantly either. Well, hold on. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
You don't have an extra hit now.
Yeah. But still, why that floor doesn't look like it should have killed me instantly.
Did you have a mask?
I had Aku Aku, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have just waited for this.
I don't know if it would come back.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Oh, okay, those are just lights. I'm, like, so sure that there's something up there, even though I can't go past any of that. You know?
Mask, why did you even leave me if you're just gonna come right back again?
Oh, I'm tired.
Where were you when there was one pair of footsteps? I was on the ceiling, Crash.
Oh, right. Okay, that's on me. Okay. Well, that... Hold on. It didn't kill me that time? Oh. I'm mad. So does it just kill you dependent on if it's on the ceiling or the ground?
Maybe?
Oxide has a wife.
Him and K-Roll.
Yeah. I don't know how neurotic Crash fans are, but I know that DK fans... How do I... Oh.
They deeply care about that line about K-Roll having a wife.
That's what I'm saying.
R2? What are you trying to do?
Oh! I didn't even realize I had a Kano. I thought I still had Ika. Because it just immediately went from one to the other. Oh, this is...
Is this a level that's going to use all of them?
Maybe. I mean, it's about time. Oh, is that what we're gonna do? Okay. Cool.
So many of these bonus stages just troll you.
Yeah. A little too many are like trial and error for me. It's like they're all the well, they're not at that bad, but it's almost like they're all the embryo stages from Crash 1. Now if I had the fruit bazooka.
Those were the only ones that were totally optional. Right? You didn't get anything but lives from them?
I don't think so. Okay. Guess it's gonna be the last one. What? Is that really what we're doing? Okay, the gimmick is look ahead and hit the buttons before you're prevented from whatever.
I wonder if the Naughty Dog devs of the original ever played this game. And what their opinion on this terrific game design is. Okay.
I just realized that will kill me. Oh my gosh. You're kind of stretching the definition of bonus here, guys. All right.
Ah! You really need to get those.
I know I didn't want to get them, but I feel like I wouldn't have enough space to move if I didn't, like... You know what I mean? I feel like I wouldn't have enough space to move if I didn't try to. Sure, whatever. At this point, I just want to say I did it. But like, man, the amount of precision required in some of these is more than any other game. It's not that I'm against a challenge. It's just sometimes it feels like it's wasting my time.
There is fair challenge and unfair challenge.
Mm-hmm. At least it lets me keep Aku Aku when I die. Ugh, I messed up the timing. Should have done that from the right side instead. You know what? I don't care.
We're done.
Yeah.
This is a cool room. It's not a puzzle or anything, but it's cool to see.
Yeah, I like the moving parts. Oh, where are we? To, you know, one of those funny things, I guess, that's I've found out about space and asteroids is that asteroids are pretty far apart from each other, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going through an asteroid field, you could probably just go in a straight line through the whole thing without hitting any of them.
You mean the hit game Asteroids lied to me?
Oh, we got a second car. Where was the tape? That level was also pretty short.
Oh, there was a tape on that level, wasn't there?
Yeah. Guess I'll just keep an eye out. I'll probably see it because it glows when it's there, right?
Do you think we're ever going to get a combined wave of nostalgia and film adaptations that will lead to Asteroids the movie? Frogger the movie?
Do you really think that that's a marketable demographic? Those people are like 80 now.
Adventure the movie.
Adventure the movie, gosh. I don't know, man. They made a movie based on Battleship years ago. Like, I don't know why it had to be based on Battleship as opposed to just being a war movie.
Because if you attach a recognizable franchise, 5 more people will go see it.
Cool. That means I gotta restart. This level is actually very short. Like, compared to some of the other levels with here, it's also got less than 200 boxes. I mean, I think about it in Crash 2 and 3, the bigger levels were the ones that had, like, 200 boxes.
Yeah, generally.
The boxes were also bigger in those games. I feel like they're smaller in this.
You think so?
I don't know, maybe it's just a trick of the camera.
I guess the level's small because they wanted to, like, believably have it within the confines of one spaceship.
Yeah. thanks.
Why are we here? We're chasing the entropies, and their rift generator is just out in space like a Death Star?
I guess so. I mean, that makes about as much sense as anything else.
We're a team.
Where was the time warp machine in Crash 3?
We were in it.
Yeah, but like, where was it?
We were standing on it. The entire platform, the entire hub.
Yes,
world
but I
was the
mean,
time
like,
machine.
is it in space? Is it on Earth? Where is it?
No, I don't know.
The Cortex vortex was in space, but the warp room is just somewhere random on Earth as well. It's apparently near Cortex Island.
We can assume it was either on Cortex Island or on his space station. Because he gets warped there. The only time he doesn't get warped is when he goes to the secret warp room, but... I guess it'd be weird for a space station to have, like, an ice level.
Wait, is that a pit or is that a
That's
secret?
a hidden gem spot.
Where?
Around here. No? Was that it? There it is.
What button did I just
Boxes
hit?
too?
I hit something. I hit something. I don't know what I hit.
Hey, not being able to see in video games is a great mechanic.
Oh, see, I had Aku, and I died. Alright. Maybe I should stop trying to be fancy and just... Stop trying to be fancy and get the boxes and just try to finish the level. Because I'm not going to do the bonus area. But it's addictive, right? Like, I see them. I have to get them. I'm not a real
You have to
gamer.
get the
if I don't.
shiny.
Right? Well, it's not even that shiny, honestly. The crates are okay.
I mean, you're a rare fan. Of course you would react that way.
Yeah, but I didn't react that way to Breath of the Wild.
Oh, come on. You didn't want to get all 900 Koroks?
Well, the game doesn't want you to get all 900 Koroks. I heard someone describe it as they literally poop in your hand and expect you to say thanks.
It has a strange smell to it. Korok seeds.
Oh, I'm stupid. There's a checkpoint like 3 seconds into the level. If only they kept up that level of checkpoints for some of these other stages.
They probably didn't want you to do the, like, slow crawling section again.
Yeah. I just hate how long it takes to restart a level. The Insane trilogy was worse, to be fair, but oh my gosh, the number of times, the number of hours I spent just staring at Aku on the loading screen. Why am I mixing up their names so much today?
They really just needed restart buttons. Especially on the motorcycle levels, which I say every time they come up.
I don't know what that button I just hit is, or what it, like, does. Why is this on the PA system?
Because he's being passive-aggressive with his staff.
Can I...
You're doing it again.
I know! Leave me alone.
It's like a parody of Hoarders, but it's collectors. Interviewing Donkey Kong.
Congratulations, you just made a mad sketch. Shh, 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 I don't want to hear it.
I think you have to jump before it moves again.
Oh, okay.
My sixth card stolen this year. My wife's gonna kill me.
God, oh, I hate these! What is the point of all of these? Why do you give me an Aku Aku mask in this level if half of these things are gonna kill me even if I have them?
It's like collecting health in Spelunky. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Once I reach the area with the landmines, I'm just going to get knocked off the stage anyway. You know, we were just complaining about the Nitro and Crash to Insanity that, Nitro and Crash to Insanity that kill you even if you have a mask.
Yeah.
Like my cards now.
Alright, forget this.
Currently eating rice with furikake.
What's that?
That's rice ball seasoning.
Oh, cool.
Mostly seaweed.
Yeah. I prefer my rice a little more Spanish. I can get the gem. I can do that. I have time for that.
There's like a little green light that goes on when you get whatever that thing on the right is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What if that was the nitro detonator?
Are we practicing for the relic runs we're gonna do next?
Nope. The fact that this is one of like 2 Crash games that requires the platinum relics for completion means I'm not doing it.
My wife's gonna kill me.
What's the other one?
Entranced. Well, at least you're invincible here. But where's that tape?
I guess those count as green things that he reflects?
I mean, it seems like he could just deflect any projectile. There's no music. Okay. It's supposed to play a variant of the music in the stage whenever you flip upside down. But I guess it's not. There it is! Where is the tape?
You said there it is. I thought you saw it.
No, no, there it is. The music is back.
Feel the head. Buckle your seatbelts.
Well, we know it's gotta be towards the very end, right?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
We're hit. Unbuckle those boots.
Got the tape. I got a life, but at what cost? I never thought of Oxide having, like, an army.
He's the only one you see in Team Racing, so you just kind of assume he's acting alone.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Velo has, like, is like an emperor.
Yeah, it's not just a ship crew, it's minions.
Yeah. Oh. Surprise! There's another level! That
I
one's...
kind of prefer if he was like Frieza, and he wasn't trying to be evil. It was just, this was all business to him.
Entropy or Oxide?
Oxide.
It's like, hey, I gave them a chance. None of them could beat me in a race.
It's part of intergalactic law.
Okay.
This is the engine fight music?
No. No. This is Crash 1 music. I don't know what this is from, though, but this is definitely Crash 1 music. It's very easy to tell.
I think it sounds Crash 2. I could be the lab from Crash 1.
Oh, it could be. Is this Brio's fight music? Oh, I saved myself, but, like, at what cost? This doesn't seem that bad. I'm just being an idiot.
That means we're due in the second half.
Well, if those are, like, 50 crates, I've already, like, done a quarter of this.
Coming wild, Antelope. Fossil fuels are much more efficient. You should replace yours like I did.
The checkpoint made me nervous. Anyway, I'm not surprised that Engine replaced all of his blood with gasoline.
Seems kind of short-sighted looking back now. What do you mean there's none left?
You could probably figure something out. They're like geniuses, right? Everyone in this series has a PhD. Dr. Nefarious Tropy, Dr. Cortex, Dr. Jin.
He's gonna switch to synthetic oil, but he's just not gonna be the same.
Maybe
He's
he'll
depressed all the time.
maybe he'll go electric.
That would be great. Instead of a rocket, he's got a solar panel on his head.
This one feels a lot more fair than some of the other ones because the only thing they're asking for is, like, landing with precision for the most part.
Yeah. Does the existence of evil Crash imply a good Cortex?
Maybe. Maybe Evil Crash killed good Cortex in the 10th dimension. I understood the assignment. Not well enough, I suppose. Oh, gosh.
Don't move.
I got it.
Oh, good. She can do the Mario thing. I don't actually know if I knew that.
Oh, I was too fast. And that one wasn't nearly as bad as some of the other stuff we've done. That took like, what, 6 tries? 7 tries?
Yeah.
Wish they were all like that. That was also relatively short. I feel like the others have been really long. Or maybe they've just been really long because of how much I've had to redo. Anyway, this one's got a tape. No way it doesn't. Tape! And this is the second polar level, except it's not polar,
Yeah.
it's an alien thing.
I wonder if Alien Thing has a name.
Probably. Maybe Cosmo. Not bad.
Crash landed on Bandipedia.
Thanks, Bandipedia.
Schnurgle Cubs.
Schnurgle Cubs. Okay. Because I think we do see an adult version of that. Oh, wait. We start on, yep, ice. Oh, whatever that is, it comes out of that thing.
Love ice in Crash games. Love getting boxes all over the ice.
Well, it's not that bad. Forgot about those things. Makes me nervous. Oh!
Make me nervous.
That's ice!
Yo, it's the Minecraft movie. Those kill you.
I was trying to attack it.
What is depth anyway?
Okay, I need to clearly stop and pay attention. Was that always there?
Yeah.
Guess I just didn't notice. There's a life over there. I'm not risking it. Oh, these things! I forgot about that.
What do you think this place smells like?
I'm thinking a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of random fragrances. And it smells,
that,
like, despite it being disgusting here, it probably smells overly sterile and, like, it's bleachy.
I bet that that flower goop is lavender scent.
You mean to tell me that that thing's just a giant lavender?
Did they not tell you about the boost command until now?
No, they tell you that in the first one, but it's been a long time since that, so they remind you.
That's nice. Twilight Princess has like several instances of them not using a mechanic for like 80% of the game and then expecting you to remember it again.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that must be the adult version. That must be a
it's the-
Schnurgle. Hated this section.
Schnurgle. It's not too bad if you're not going for all boxes.
Yeah.
Even if you are, you have
The blue gem
I
pack.
think time
Well,
to react.
well, I have to check this out. I got invincibility.
I wonder if they planned those jellyfish for knowing that you might have invincibility there.
Maybe. I wonder if you can just go off the right there and, like... and just land down here.
I'm gonna guess no.
I'm guessing no as well.
American Ninja Warrior.
Never did watch that show.
Nah, me neither.
I just know it's just American Gladiator again, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Lots of physical challenges. I mean, no one ever did it better than Guts.
I never watched that one either.
You would have been at the right
I
age.
remember,
You would have been at the right age for it.
Yeah, it was probably on. It was just I never saw Guts. I never saw Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Oh man, I loved Legend of the Hidden Temple. I watched it on Nick Gas, which doesn't exist anymore.
I saw the quiz show where people would get.
Why are you reminding me to
Dumped on
find the
them.
blue gem now? I'm leaving the route.
I remember a quiz show and I remember all that.
There was a quiz show where I remember Double Dare is what you're thinking of.
Probably.
I remember a show where the gimmick was that you had to guess the other person's talent. Or something like that.
Not even gonna bother looking at the bonus.
Why not? Maybe they'll throw me a bone.
Us.
Ha ha.
How about those fire plumes or Hawaiian sunset scented?
Yeah. Maybe. I flipped the gravity?
Yeah.
Alright, well, now that we've seen it, I've become disillusioned.
Man, imagine having to traverse this planet without an inversion mask.
I could do it. I think. No, you can't do it.
I don't know if I've ever asked you this. What is your favorite Mario game?
Oh, good question.
Say 2D and 3D, two categories.
Yeah, 2D is a lot easier for me to answer. That's got to be Super Mario World.
Yeah, same.
I love Super Mario World. It just kind of plays really nicely, and it's just really fun to mess around with. My favorite 3D game, honestly, it might just be Mario Odyssey. Kind of a basic answer, but, like, I don't know. Just does a lot of things I really like. I love how it plays. I love its environments. I love that you're constantly collecting stuff.
By the books, it should just be Mario 64, but better. And I enjoyed it a lot when I played it.
How many times have I died in this level? 3 times. Okay, so that's not impossible for me to fix on another go-around.
So, you also won't be doing the gem or bonus stuff.
No. But I am getting the tape. Look at all this gravity manipulation nonsense.
But when I go back to play Mario Odyssey, I just kind of lose interest. I think it's just too big.
It might be a tie between Odyssey and 64 for me, because I've played 64 a lot, and I don't know, I really like its systems.
Do you think it aged okay?
No. I think it's got a lot of problems that would make it really unpalatable to somebody who is more used to playing something more refined. Heck, I think Banjo-Kazooie is better than Mario 64.
I think it still controls okay. The camera's obviously awful.
I would agree. The camera is the real sticking point. I keep the perspective messes with me. I don't expect there to be a road. Can't get up there.
I'm playing through Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which is basically just another achievement set for regular Ocarina of Time. There's a lot of similar ones.
Yeah. I forgot.
Apparently, Zelda has dialogue for each of the 4 child masks.
Huh.
Which, what a pain it is to take it all the way to her for every one.
Yeah, because you can only carry one at a time.
And you have to go through the entire guard sequence. Like, who's gonna do that ever?
You.
Yeah, I did do it.
Gosh, it's so hard to figure out where I need to jump.
It's kind of fun to find obscure things you never knew existed.
No, it is. Games. Yeah. Some things that were once obscure become really commonly known because of how obscure they were, you know? There was a video this guy made about the rarest Nintendo character. I don't know if you remember it, but it's this...
That's Donkey Kong. Sorry, go on.
Yeah? It's a character mentioned in Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. You only get to hear about him if you don't... So the whole point of Rusty's Real Deal Baseball is you experience a story from this guy who owns an old, like, sports shop, but has changed to selling video games. And, the way there's, like, 2 parts to it. There's the part where the game, like, lets you play these mini games you can unlock. And the other part of it is... cool. The other part of it is that to unlock these games, you do have to pay real money, but you haggle the character in-game down to a lower price. So, like, if you bought everything in the game without haggling him, you not only miss the story, you also, like, spend way more on it. And the only way you get to hear mention of this particular character, who I can't remember the name of right now, is if you just bought the games without doing any of the haggling parts.
Which,
and
yeah, no one's gonna do.
No one's gonna do.
Aware of how it works.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would translate to emulation. I wonder if they've figured that out yet.
Probably it's just looking for some sort of bit flip that says you paid for it, right? Something like that. And then you would just have to say, yeah, we paid for it. I mean, it also needs to connect to the online service, so you could probably do it through Pretendo.
It was a free-to-play game, so that's why they would charge like that.
Yeah. It's an interesting idea, but I don't want games to do that. I would like, you know, one time they did it in their own weird Nintendo way for a free-to-play title. That's fine. I think, like, if you pay for everything at base price, the whole thing comes out to, like, $30. But if you haggle them down, you get it down to, like, 12. It's an interesting mechanic. And the game does encourage you. The game doesn't want you to spend money like that. They want to encourage you to haggle down the prices.
Kenji Yamamoto composed for the game, apparently.
Huh.
That's the Dragon Ball game composer. And the Dragon Ball Kai composer.
Interesting. He composed for the actual anime?
Yes.
Huh.
Until a bunch of stuff about plagiarism came out, and then they stopped using his soundtrack.
Did he plagiarize?
Oh, yeah. Very, very blatantly.
Huh.
There's a bunch of stuff in the PS2 games soundtracks, the Budokai games, that are just... They're just songs from metal bands.
Didn't even try to hide it?
Yeah, like Doom. But how did they sort that out in Doom? Do they eventually pay royalties or something?
I don't know. I think nobody cared.
I don't know how many people cared about the Kenji Yamamoto thing. It might have just been, like, the Japanese people covering their butts.
Yeah.
When they found out.
I'm imagining that in the case of Doom, it's just no one really cares. I don't know if any of the metal bands ever sued or anything.
It's free exposure.
That's what I say when I'm walking around naked.
I guess it's not exposure if they don't acknowledge where the tracks came from.
Yeah.
Schnurgle.
Am I not Schnurgly love for the Schnurgle Club?
Nurgle was a strange character, Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you mean Nurgle Senior or Nurgle Junior?
More senior, but both kinda.
Yeah.
Both horrifying and comical, but I guess that was kind of the whole tone of the show.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta be careful. Stop
Billy
jumping!
Mandy also felt
Stop!
less self-aware about its horror elements than something like Courage did, though.
Yeah.
It didn't draw attention to them anyway. Ah! I'm sorry, that noise probably didn't help. You got it, though.
Why is the nitro detonator here?
I didn't even see that.
I saw it last time, but I didn't call attention to it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
We're not gonna get all boxes, but we're gonna call out the stupid ones. It's so easy to miscount your inversions on that sequence.
Mm-hmm. No invincibility.
Did you get it last time on this sequence?
No, it's just, I just picked up a third mask. The game just doesn't give you invincibility here. Dang.
I think in Crash 3 or Wrath of Cortex or both, once you have two masks, it just stops spawning Aku Aku masks on underwater levels.
Interesting. Well, Crash 2 didn't have underwater levels.
No. That's why it's the better game.
I didn't mind the underwater stages too much.
You didn't do the
3.
platinum relics on them.
Oh, I guess so, but that doesn't make it that doesn't mean they're terrible to play for the most part. I mean, hey, I'll give this one props though. Like I said before, it's all platforming levels and with some riding dispersed in between, I guess. Pretty rare for a series like this to just be all platforming in an entry, though.
Yeah. I think they pull it off.
Yeah.
My problems with the game. Some little bits of story, some difficulty, obviously.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The problems with this game have nothing to do with how it plays or the general, like, design of the levels. A lot of it, like, this wouldn't be so bad if the only thing it asked me to do to get to the ending was just get the boxes, right?
Even if this was just, like, maybe if every one of these levels was split in half.
Mm-hmm.
Or thirds, even, for some levels. Like, just add more levels and make them smaller. You don't need these marathon sprints.
Like, yeah, like, we have this level, which has 2 riding sections in it.
Because the longer it is, the more options you have to miss a crate.
Yeah.
There's like 500 of them now. And the longer you obviously have to do the insane relics and the platinum and the time trial relics.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
And I can't wait for Spyro 4 to bring back all the best parts of Spyro, like skateboarding. That's gonna be in there.
I wonder what a Spyro 4 would be like. Would it be more back to basics, or would it try to do more of like what Spyro 2 and 3 did? Maybe more. I don't know. 2 wouldn't be so bad, I guess.
I think it would be closest to Spyro 2. I think it would be
Yeah.
less of the like different
Do
play
you
styles
think?
like Spyro
Do you
3
think
had.
they'd pull like what this game did and try to pretend like Enter the Dragonfly and Beyond didn't happen?
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Legend of Spyro is already a different continuity, and Skylanders is a different continuity. So the only games we'd be like getting rid of would be Enter the Dragonfly and A Hero's Tale. All the others were already not part of the main of the original games anyway.
I also kind of would hope Ripto doesn't come back, but I don't know.
I don't think I don't know. Oh.
Because the original trilogy only used each villain once.
But Ripto somehow Ripto became the de facto Spyro villain after that.
He was the most memorable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when you consider what the other two were doing, Nasty Nork was nothing. And that's nothing with a G. Then...
Nasty, nothing.
Yeah. The Sorceress is
Empress
okay.
Sorceress.
The Sorceress is okay, I guess. It gave us Bianca, who did stick around.
She was a good single-game villain.
Yeah.
And Spyro 2 did, like, establish that Ripto survived. I wish it didn't, but... it's kind of weird.
Yeah. He got thrown in the lava. Don't know how you survived that, but whatever. Meanwhile, Gulp and Crush just died due to falling rocks.
They would probably have to bring back the Spyro 3 characters, though, in some capacity. Like, people would be mad if they didn't.
I guess
would
they
be
could
fine
be.
if they didn't.
I would be fine if they weren't playable, but they would like did their own thing.
Yeah.
All right, only 4 more to go.
Or if they had to have, like, small sections, they could have, I don't know, vehicles or something.
1 per, maybe.
Not, like, poorly fleshed out platforming characters.
Yeah. I did like Bentley. Okay, this is...
Duplicitous, avaricious Ursine. Yeah, okay, you need to get those 2 before it gets to the end.
Alright, bad timing.
Just jump off the corner.
Yeah. I can go farther than I thought.
This is Crash 1,
Yeah,
Like-
this is like any sort of like factory level. I didn't have enough time to... What was the name of Bentley's little friend?
I
Bartleby?
could make a joke here. What little friend?
Bentley and Spyro had like a little Yeti that was like his friend.
Oh, I was thinking of Sly Bentley. I was very confused. No, that was his brother, Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, yeah, but Bartholomew spoke normally. Will anything in any new Spyro game match the utter joy you got when you finally got all your gems back from Moneybags?
It was just a cutscene in Spyro 2, and 3 you gotta take them back.
Yeah.
What if they just made Moneybags the villain of Spyro 4?
I wouldn't mind.
So they're gonna force you to spin those, aren't they?
Or something of the sort.
If you stick to the right side, then you know the left crate will survive for you to double jump onto.
That's true. Tough jump. There better be a checkpoint after that part. I can't make that, can I?
No, there's no way.
Close, but no cigar.
You seen that music video?
For what?
Close but no
Close with
cigar.
No.
It's the Weird Al song that John K. animated.
Oh. What am I doing? No.
Honestly, it's even a little more unhinged than Ren and Stimpy, because I assume they gave him a lot of freedom.
Yeah. Oh shoot. I can respect John K's like work, because for what it's worth, he does do like good animation sometimes, although his most recent projects have absolutely not been. A lot of movement just for movement's sake.
His recent projects, or just his style in general?
His recent projects. Although I think a lot of that had to do with stuff like Ren and Stimpy needing to be, needing some sort of limitations due to it being on TV.
What do you mean, like the animation for it, or the content?
The animation. Have you ever seen the couch gag he did on The Simpsons?
No.
It's pretty bad. It's a lot of things. Just the movements on display are not like all that great. The sound design isn't very good. I don't know. I really dislike the way it's made. Something changed in that guy.
John
gosh.
K. couch gag. The Simpsons funniest couch gag 2012. I don't know if I buy that. I see what you're talking about with the movement for movement's sake.
Because that's just, he's like, as far as his animation philosophy was concerned, he was like, if it's not moving constantly, it's bad animation. I mean, of course, that's to say nothing of John K. as a person, who I despise.
Yeah. It happens with creatives at times. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, now they're being mean.
Yep. Although I wonder how many of them will be touched by the nitros.
That's a good point. The nitros have like a 2 radius blast, but the ones that are at the bottom, so they're gonna have to spin them.
Yeah. More so a consideration for later.
And of course, an explosion is not as powerful as Coco's butt, so those won't get got.
No, of course not. Oh.
Whatever you did it again. Oh, you just double jumped. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, cancel it so that I bounce off of a crate. But also, if going back to the John K thing, he like crowdfunded a short called Cans Without Labels. It took like a stupidly long time for it to come out for what it was, and then it wasn't funny and it wasn't animated very well.
Yeah.
And like,
you know
that's
of any reason his work would have suffered? Like Butch Hartman broke one of his hands, right?
well, the thing is, this isn't new. This is the same thing that always happened when it came to this guy. During his days at Nickelodeon, he ended up getting fired from Ren and Stimpy, not because he was going around messing with kids, but because he would take forever to finish projects. I can't get that. Oh, now I get it.
Where we're just settling for silver on these.
No, I just wanted to, like, practice the next section. But yeah, like, there is a pretty infamous episode after that. I think I showed it to on my nights once, but I don't know if you were there for that. But, they made an
K was kicked from the show.
Yeah, after he was kicked from the show, there is a Ren and Stimpy episode where they basically just had Ren in the position of director of a cartoon that Stimpy was making. And they just, all of it was basically just them venting about how horrible it was to work under him.
Yeah.
He was the type of director that would rip up drawings in front of you if he didn't like them. Had it for a second. Dang, I keep trying to do it like way early.
The Hunter x Hunter Yu Yu Hakusho author is famously taken like very long breaks because of his health. But just recently he's finally started delegating more stuff to assistants, and I guess he's got like a big backlog of the series for the future.
Makes sense.
I guess that had more to do with the Butch through line and not the John K through line.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Butch Hartman also has a bit of an ego, which I think kind of made him feel like he was untouchable. Because, I mean, when you see the... I mean, we once talked about the, like, the artwork and commissions he did.
We've talked about it a few times.
Yeah. Where he was basically caught plagiarizing. Especially for, like, someone paid, like, a stupid amount of money for a Ranma commission from him.
And it was just traced.
And it was just traced, yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know, you know, looking at the guy, does he really seem like the kind who can do anime.
It was pretty telling what kind of guy he was when he did the self-insert character in Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, and he was like this super handsome,
Dr. Handsome, I presume.
something like that. I'm not a big, I mean, also, like, the thing about him as well is that, like, people have come to realize that, especially when it came to Danny Phantom, he wasn't, like, the person who made a lot of people's favorite characters or, like, episodes.
It was really just his style and name attached to it.
Yeah, yeah. He did a lot of early Fairly Odd Parents stuff, but, when it came to Danny Phantom, he designed Danny himself, and that's kind of it. I'm trying to remember, because he had very little involvement with the story up until the end, and that's when people say it started to suck. But he didn't design any of the other main characters, for example. He didn't design Danny's friends at all.
Next time, perhaps.
But yeah, when it came to Ren and Stimpy, they had... So there were two different production companies that made Ren and Stimpy during its original run. There was Spumco, which is John K's own unit. But when he left, he took it with him. Although I don't know how many of the people who were working on the show actually went with him. I think it was almost nobody. And so the next one was Games Animation, which was started basically by a lot of the alumni of Spumco to, like, continue the show afterwards. I mean, that much was really obvious because their logo was Stimpy.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you were a kid watching the show when it came out, I really have a hard time believing that, like, anyone outside would really have noticed that anything changed, you know? Maybe some things were a little less fluid than before, but the show was pretty comparable. And it's got a lot of good episodes. It's
What was
just,
that thing-
sometimes people are purists and they kind of, like, get it in their head that the show died.
There was like a remake of Ren and Stimpy that wasn't good recently, wasn't
Oh, yes, the Comedy Central version. It played everything really safe and boring, which, you know, for Ren and Stimpy is bad.
Well, all those previously... You missed one earlier. Will that get got by the Nitro?
Yes, because it was right next to it.
Well, you missed two, rather. Okay, so you have to jump up and get...
Yeah,
the
see, that one over there.
bouncy one.
That one over there can be gotten.
No, there's one more to the left of that, though. I don't remember where that one is positioned.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
It
I
was
left...
one of the, it was one of the ones that you fall down spinning.
Oh, I got it. Cool.
It's kind of bizarre how much effort they put into, like, all these references and adding a timeline and lore to Crash 2 and everything.
Mm-hmm.
While also, like, seemingly forgetting a bunch of it. Like Embryo's role.
Yeah.
Selective fan service.
Let's see, we have crocodiles, dingoes, embryo.
Oh, if only I didn't have
Only
to
I didn't have
choose.
to choose.
I guess he used up all the marsupials, and he's like, well, let's expand outward. Komodos, What am I doing?
I'm waiting for it. You're gonna get the end. You're gonna have one missing. So you talked briefly about Crash Bash and Crash Boom Bang, which I have not played that one. What are some bizarre party games you know of?
There
Like
was...
party games from a series you wouldn't expect to have a party game.
There is not one, but two Pac-Man party games. Although one's more like a Namco crossover game than a Pac-Man party game in earnest.
I think there was a Hudson one with Bomberman. Which Hudson also made Mario Party, so why not?
I think I can get the rest of these. Six left.
Oh, you got them all. Okay.
Ah.
You probably had the right idea spinning them on the way up.
Yeah.
They lured us into a false sense of security with the last one.
Yeah. Well, this section isn't that bad. I'll just wait. Prefer not to perform under pressure.
Me too, that's a water level. I hate that one.
It's also a Queen song.
With David Bowie.
Really? I didn't know he was in that.
It was a crossover between the two of them.
Wow, a crossover episode.
I think Queen and MJ did one of MJ's songs together.
Which one?
Think about my baby. Don't matter if you're black or white.
Oh, I don't know that song.
Freddie was involved.
I know you meant Mercury, but I thought Kruger.
Okay. I was thinking you thought Fazbear.
No. Wow, you're more forward thinking than I am for once.
A hole in space. That's not a pun.
No, but not all of these are.
Because there's an a-hole in space. We're gonna fight him.
Two of them. But not every level's a pun, to be fair. I mean, the first one in the Agapiss dimension was Back to the Past. But that is like a turn of phrase. Alright, Entropy and Entropy. So she went to go fight Entropies by herself. And lost.
She's tall.
Aren't they both? Yeah, they're both pretty tall.
Delicious. No! Let's make this fun. Give them a sporting chance.
Ooh.
And there's his downfall, hubris.
Let's see what you
Dingo Dial's here?
Not that it matters because you're gonna be the only one doing anything. But...
Well, you know, but I'm saying, and Dingo Dial's here. Where's your tablet? Oh, right, this. Should I try to go for it?
Go for what?
Collecting all the bumper fruit in this section.
Is there any reward for it?
There is.
Something monumentally stupid.
I like how that mask has the voice of like the Donkey Kong 64 announcer. This whole sequence feels very out of place in a Crash Bandicoot game.
Yeah, it's like, it reminds you of God of War 3. Anyway, here's your reward.
I see. I don't think I got that during my playthrough.
No.
Bandicoots are considered pests, as fit for extermination as a housefly.
Oh, how modern. Tell me more.
There is one for Coco, but it's not funny. I mean, to be fair, the joke is old. It was old when they made this. Because, you know, probably when they decided to do this, it was more modern.
I mean, Sonic was pretty old by Sonic Forces.
That's true, but
So elegant.
they bought the rights to Sonic, I think.
So many little legs to pull.
Or rather, they actually own Sonic. Sonic appears in the Sonic movie, too. Crazy, though, to think that whoever originally created that is basically seeing nothing from it, you know?
For their MS Paint drawing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as, you know, credit's credit. Flubbed it. Anyway, only 2 hits. How about that?
So they blasted us away, and we just kind of came back.
Yeah.
So they're just not going to try it again. They're going to pew-pew us with lasers instead.
Hey, whatever.
How
Convenient for us.
it's found its way home.
Let's put them down. Activate the security lasers.
This is also a very unfight-like fight.
Enough.
Yeah.
Foiled by a flea bag. Time to die.
You already have been. Oh. Ah.
Oh, baby.
Speaking of that Wrath of Cortex boss where you just run away and then run back.
You're right. But this is more interesting, so I'll give it a
Okay.
pass. I mean, hey, this functions. That's more than I can say for the Wrath of Cortex boss fights for the most part.
I still think the water one was a skill issue on your part.
I'll squash this bug.
Oh, now we're getting to the good part of the song.
Wait, what happened with the no? What hit him?
Me breaking all the lasers, I guess. Like, shocked him. Anyway, good part of the song is up.
Is it his theme?
It's
from Crash
Entropy's.
Warped?
Yeah, it's Entropy's theme.
I wouldn't recognize it.
Crazy that out of all the things they did in this game, there's no, like, insanely perfect relics for beating the bosses without dying.
It is. I was kind of surprised there was no challenge of any kind on the bosses.
Just do it inverted. And that's it. That's really underwhelming, don't you think?
Yeah.
You don't even really fight them. But I don't know, Entropy enters the storyline and he leaves just as soon as he like gets himself in there.
Especially since they went through the trouble of having that whole like rift sequence and Tawna losing.
Yeah.
I no longer have need for our alliance.
Right then, let's plug up these holes.
But I really like Entropy's theme. I don't know, it's simple, but it just works.
Aku Aku's even here. He's really just an item. In
Where
this
is he? He hasn't said anything since the beginning of the game.
Not that it ain't been fun, but about my ticket home.
Right. Now that we've mended things,
We can take you anywhere, anywhen, after we rest. For now, I can only get us as far as the culinary capital of the universe, Neon City.
I could eat.
So this universe.
Yeah, I guess so. Are they? Is that supposed to? I'm wondering if it's gonna be like a older sister type thing, but I don't know.
They really got over that betrayal fast.
It wasn't even really a betrayal because they never worked together. She said immediately, I do my own thing, ran off, came back for like this world, and then disappeared again. But and then Coco,
had a vague alliance.
yeah, it's like I thought we were a team. What do you mean you thought we were a team? When did that become like a thing? Well, whatever. The snacks dimension. We've been alluding to them the whole game.
This is a memorable dimension.
It's
It's a mean dimension.
Oh
but
my gosh, it's a mean dimension. Alright. There is a, tape.
And we get one level from every character.
Well, Tana and, Dingodile share one.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Which, that mod I told you about, that rearranges the game and makes it just more fair overall. They split that level in two, so Dingodile and Tana's levels are separate.
Makes sense.
Also because it's an extremely long level. Hey, there he is!
He was here the whole time.
Said it, Crash.
We can meet with the others after we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
This is supposed to be a relaxing dimension, but nope.
Do you eat?
You probably can. He's got a mouth. Chic et choc? I don't know what that means.
You see it like on a sign somewhere?
Yeah, right on the right side. Strudel. Man, now I'm hungry. Sushi. Oh, that's too fast.
Reverse Frogger. You can only go on the vehicles. Oh, these are even faster. Why is there a rope in this future city?
I don't know.
Just swinging? Oh, these guys.
Yep. What? I flipped gravity.
But you still fell upwards. You did too late.
Yeah, yeah. Momentum. Well, what a death animation.
So these guys don't have any, like, magical inversion masks. They're just on the ceiling all the time.
Because they're robots. Thank you. Dingoes. Wait a minute. If this is a different dimension, then when they said it's in their dimension...
Was there a year on this one?
Yes.
It was like distant future.
It's like 8,000 or something.
Again. Why were they just not different times?
Yeah, because normally dimensions play with, like, the same characters and different dynamics, and the only time we see that are with Entropy and Tawna. Not that I'm really one to tell people how their different dimensions work, because a time-displaced dimension is pretty common. As in a dimension where, you know, a dimension where time either flows differently or things happened in a different order or something.
It's also really not the right word, dimension, but I'm not going to nitpick.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Like, another time space is another universe. A dimension is...
Well, there's, I mean, of
with
course, but there's
cetera.
you know, colloquially, dimensions don't refer simply to the 3 spatial dimensions we exist
Yeah,
in.
colloquially, it's wrong.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
colloquially is all that matters, because that's how language works.
Language is structured intentionally. We have root words and things.
Language is not structured intentionally. Language happens out of just people's desire to communicate.
Both.
I mean, you got to consider that for a long time, you know, before the dictionary, there was even no consistent way on how things were spelled. Like, you know, the word tweet ended up in the dictionary used for posts on Twitter. This level is tough. There's our tape. I can't even... I mean, it's 7 deaths for me to get here anyways.
It's hard to do these wall jumps while upside down. Although you don't have to. You can just use these TNT platforms. And most of the time. Just not bothering anymore. We've reached that point.
Well, I already missed a bunch of boxes anyways.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Might as well try this. You know, the only thing they would have had to do to change that line from being so awkward would have been if they said multiverse instead of universe.
Yeah. Coco Cafe.
Oh.
I'll bet you could make that.
Yeah. But also, I don't
shouldn't
think...
try, but-
Well, I also don't think that's... I think I miss something if I do it that way. Look at all that up there.
So now you gotta jump right.
I see.
And
Of course they put a bounce crate on top of the arrow crate. Because that's the nitro detonator, that TNT.
yeah.
Oops.
We saw the bonus. We could just move on now.
We could. I think I can do this one, though. I could also...
wonder.
I think I can skip that nitro on top of the detonator.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Eh. I don't care anymore.
Mixing the Crash 1 theme. Or is that Crash 2? That's Crash 1.
Crash 1. Well, this is the end of the level right here. Why are these trucks temporarily displaced? Okay, well that level wasn't too crazy long, it's just some of those sections gave me agita. Alright, let's do it again. We gotta get that tape.
I'm finally seeing an article about that thing you posted, the Crash-inspired indie.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Yeah. It looks interesting. Hard as nails. Hopefully the levels are short enough that it feels okay to play. I don't know if I want to get it, because I don't know if I'm up for a game where the whole point is that it's stupid hard, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I shy from a challenge in a game, it's just sometimes... There are certain things in games that, like... I don't know, sometimes when the difficulty is so high, it just makes me not want to even bother.
No, I get it.
But then again, I play fighting games, so... I don't know. Or I play a fighting game.
There's a lot of retro achievement sets with just, like, one achievement that kind of ruins the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's obscenely difficult, or, Donkey Kong Country 2 has one for beat the entire game in X amount of time. Which, okay, otherwise I would go at a leisurely place, you know, having fun and collecting everything. But now I have to stress the whole time.
I mean, can't you do a second run without doing everything else?
Yeah, still annoying, though.
Because the game can be beaten quite quickly if you don't bother to go for any bonus stuff. Plus, if you know where all the warp barrels are, which I assume there's also an achievement for getting all those, you can skip quite a large portion of the first world. I wouldn't be surprised if you can beat the game in under an hour if you just sped to the end without worrying about bonuses, because I think the world record for it is just a little over 2 hours with everything. Because you're skipping out a whole world, the second boss fight, and everything.
Yeah. You skip the second boss fight?
You skip the K. Rool rematch.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, that's...
EA continuing to milk the Sims 4 machine with new $20 DLC.
Yeah, well, the Sims 5 isn't happening.
Instead, we're getting some vague Sim super project.
Which is more or less what makes sense for this series, because they keep re-releasing the same updates game after game. So to me, it makes sense if they just didn't bother anymore and just released one game that was like, this is The Sims, right? And now we just update this one forever.
What if they pull that with Smash?
That's what I that's what I and some other people kind of wanted Ultimate to be.
At the same time, every Smash game has its own meta and its own like engine problems, though. So
Yeah. Depth
it'd be
perception
great if
is
they
really
like
hard with
founded
this.
it on. It'd be great if they founded it on a like excellent engine that everyone likes, but
Yeah.
what are the odds of that happening?
See, that little red wall back there made me think that it was an actual wall.
Sure would suck to die now.
Yep. Wouldn't it just?
You burned your double jump early.
Well, it's not even that I burned it early. I had no idea where I resided in space above the tape because there's no drop shadow when you're on the ceiling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you drop, then you have time to like see if you've fallen below and double jump in reaction.
Hmm. This level's pretty short when you're not trying to get all the boxes. Doesn't feel right when he's not spinning upwards.
Spinning upwards?
With his hands out at his shoulders at the high spin, as opposed to spinning down near his waist with the low spin.
Yeah. Now, it's always been the case. They just made the visuals match
Yeah.
the box in this one.
Nope. We're just going to get something to eat. What's with all the fuss?
People willingly come here?
Every forget walkable cities. This place is built only for cars. Thank you. I flippin' knew that was gonna happen the second I jumped. Man, and imagine doing this with the flippin' for the relics. And you gotta use the spin, you gotta use the speed thingy.
Oh, I don't have to imagine.
How bad was this?
You know what? Let me check.
And only Crash gets it, so if you're doing the relics on a non-Crash character, they don't get anything.
Huh?
The triple spin is only for Crash, so you don't get it on...
No. Oh, you mean the other playable characters.
Yeah, if you're doing it on...
That makes them easier.
I guess
the
so.
Times are set for that.
Yeah. I would have preferred just the Crash Dash. Not like I bothered. Not like I bothered. I would be fine with neither too. Just let me just play the game like I've been playing the whole time. But if we're gonna do this, then just give me the Crash Dash. Although I did see some cool things with the mod version with the hyper spin instead. That looks a lot easier to handle.
I'd even be fine sliding everywhere, but I'm kind of annoyed that they did add the Crash Dash to Crash 2 Insane. Because it would have been unique to have one game where you did just have to slide everywhere for speed.
Maybe they did it out of consideration for the fact that it would kind of annoying to constantly have to mash the circle button all the time.
Yeah. It's way better than this, like the spinning thing, but
I mean, if you're actually speedrunning Crash 2 or 3, the fastest form of movement is just slide spinning, even after you get the crash dash. I can't imagine being a speedrunner and having to get those, and having to do the relics too, you know?
yeah.
So many options for you to run to just get ruined.
It's also annoying to just have to have an extra button to hold at all times. Like, it really doesn't add anything.
No.
I don't know how you would do it such that, like, it wasn't a constant repetitive nothing motion.
Yeah. L canceling.
That's why, like, sliding is the least of evils for me, because it's the least repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's still pretty repetitive, though.
Hello, Byron.
Alright, Crash 4 time trials. This is the first snacks level.
Yeah, food run.
Oh, I didn't actually get all platinums on stream. I think I was settling for gold, and I think I got platinums later on my own.
Hmm. Son of a gun! Are you kidding?
How close were you?
I fell in between the two trucks. Like oh gosh, I'm in that section where you've got a wall run on the trucks. Not the one where you're going upside down, but the first one. And there were two trucks right next to each other in between the ones you got a wall run on, and I fell. Ugh. I don't think you can double jump after doing a wall run.
I think you can if you haven't used it yet.
Oh, then that's why, because I keep using the double jump because it never feels right.
It does always look like you're not going to make it if you're jumping from the top. Also, I assume you saw the hidden gem on the left there and you just don't care.
No, actually. I didn't see it.
It's back in the first line of traffic, the slow ones.
Hmm. Man, I mean, getting the relics on the next one, the Tawna and Dingodile split level, sounds awful.
That one took me, like, at least 2 hours.
Just for a gold. Forget the platinums, forget the dev times. Now I see the gem.
It took me 34 minutes.
Oh, they fall down! Wish I knew that.
The vehicles?
Yeah. Because I've just been running from one to the next one. I didn't know they fell. The worst part is that the tape is literally at the end. Like, you can see the end of the level from where you get the tape.
And it's at a very annoying part of the hardest part of the level. Well, I guess that's not the shifting, the phasing one, but...
No. It's the up-down one. How weak are these cars that they can't withstand Crash standing on top of them before falling down?
They're made of, like, future aluminum, light metal.
Oh,
so they
yeah.
can fly.
Every time I've had a conversation with somebody about the prospect of flying cars, everyone now I've ever talked to is kind of in agreement that it would be one of the dumbest ideas.
Yeah. We can barely manage everyone driving their own cars on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. You can't predict what other people are going to do, even if you're the safest driver. But imagine you get into a car crash, but instead of just falling into a ditch and having your bumper destroyed, imagine you fall like 30 feet to the ground, too.
It would have to be after automated vehicles were completely foolproof.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Now, you can program a machine to, like, be a safe driver. Better you can program a human.
True. It just doesn't look... I just don't get the kinetic feedback that makes it feel like I'm gonna land properly. You know?
It's also a matter of, like, every vehicle being automated, because then they can communicate with each other remotely. As opposed to, it's a very different thing if they have to react in human ways and deal with human drivers that are still on the road.
Yeah. Alright, here it is. Oh! I didn't think... Excuse me?
Yeah.
Now I gotta do the whole thing over. Why didn't I grab the side?
I would start on the first TNT and try to time the inversion so that I could run the full length of the upside down bus and go straight to the other one without wall jumping.
Problem with the upside down bus is that you run at the same speed that it moves, so you really don't go anywhere. I'd have to slide, but that causes its own host of problems. Mostly because I can't see where I'm going to land when I flip gravity again. We think the Nintendo playtest... Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. Nintendo announced this playtest program thing for Nintendo Online members.
We don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is, and it was a first-come, first-served basis, whatever it was. It filled up instantly. I had no chance I was going to be able to get into it, so I didn't even bother trying. But I assume it's something to do with testing, like, internet features.
They want to be real sure the Switch 2 has working online. You know, at least as good as the PS3. I wonder how good the servers for PS2 online games were.
I don't know.
I guess it would depend on the game.
Yeah. And back then, you had to have a wired connection to your router.
Right.
So if your router was just in an inconvenient location, you just really couldn't do it. Here we go.
Would be nice if the Switch 2 had an Ethernet port
Built
by
in.
default.
Yeah, instead of having to buy a Ethernet connector. And not even, like, just any Ethernet connector. You had to use a specific one. I was at Micro Center, a store that's all about building computer parts. And I said, hey, I want a Nintendo Switch LAN adapter. Do you have one? And they said, yes. He just hands me a generic LAN adapter, and I assume it's one that works. But nope, it's the wrong kind. He didn't give me the right one.
I assume you got to return it.
I did return it later. But because he had no idea, right? Okay.
Got it.
Got it.
Death has no power now.
Oh, never mind. This isn't the end. This next one's the end over here. Whatever. I keep getting messed up because I'm not on the ground. Oh, well. Oh, gosh. We're so close to the end of the game. I shouldn't be, like, feeling exhausted, you know? I should...
That's what you want to feel at the end of the game, right? Is, oh god, it's over. Good. Finally.
Because I started this and I was like, you know what? This isn't so bad. And then it kept going. Okay, that's on me. Oh! Oh. There we go. This looks, honestly, this kind of just looks like Metropolis, without all the gold from Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Love.
It's a lot more colorful than the usual Crash Future levels, which are
You're
very
right.
Chrome.
Chrome. Everything. Why is
Everything's
everything
Chrome in the future?
Everything's Chrome in the future. Why is everything?
Future.
All right. We got a tape.
The level. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. We can put off the level.
Overall fitness exam. Really gonna have me do calisthenics?
Tekken 8 sunk to mostly negative on Steam.
What happened?
Bandai Namco unfairly disqualified some dude from a tournament people are mad about, and I guess they're mad about the monetization in the game.
All right.
You saw there was a box left, right?
No. Oh.
Experiment failed. Took a while to find Coco an appropriate
Do you have any interest in the Ranma 1/2 remake?
I'm not a big Ranma fan.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever, like, seen any of the original.
I mean, I would. You know, it's an important anime, like, historically, so I would be down to watch some of it at some point, but I just never really got around to it, you know?
I don't necessarily recommend it. I was just curious because you usually, you like comedy anime like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I've just never gotten around to it. Wow, really?
Just bounce on the top ones first.
That's what I'm doing. Hold on. Where would my... Oh!
You hit the bottom.
I was waiting for my double jump to engage, but it didn't until it was too late.
Engage double jump, mother clucker. You can sign up to test Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 if your PC is up to it.
I mean, I mean, mine probably is, but
I also have no like particular connection to Flight Sim.
That's what I'm saying. I have the most I've played is Pilot Wings, and I didn't understand it.
That's not surprising.
But I also haven't played it since I was
real aircraft, of course, which you're tremendously skilled with.
Hey, it's right, but he shouldn't say it. But I don't know why I'm scared of touching the TNT. Anyway, this is a lot easier than some of the other ones we've been doing, so I don't know what they've been... I don't know what the deal is, but these new Coco ones near the end are not nearly as bad as some of the stuff I've had to do previously.
I remember the last Crash one being really bad.
Yeah, I remember it too. It wasn't that long ago.
I remember it like it was last week.
It was this week.
Oh.
Okay, that's on me. But see, like, when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you just,
And then you get impatient. You make mistakes because you just want to get through it again.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is why, like, many checkpoints is a good idea for game design.
I mean, this has a fair number of checkpoints, to be honest with you. I don't think this is ridiculous. This is what I would expect to be, like, you know, difficult last... Like, this is almost like a death route. Like, I would say that this is probably about on that level.
I think this is way harder than death routes ever were.
I mean, yes, but, I mean, like, I'm just comparing it favorably because I really don't think it's that bad. Hold on, I'd better break all these first. Oh. Someone decided to bring up the Billion Lions versus Pokemon debate. There we go.
I don't even have an opinion, because, like, Pokemon powers have always been so inconsistent. Huh?
Which ones did I miss? They're not like... Okay.
I didn't see them.
Well, this is the first time we've ever had that happen.
We actually failed to find some of the boxes in one of these.
Every Pokemon or a billion lions. I mean, the answer is obviously Pokemon if we're going to take this. Like, the joke is that people keep coming up with ways for the lion to win. The lions to win whenever I see this argument pop up on Twitter. But, like, let's be real. No number of lions can really matter. Because they're lions.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I'd never know what to trust in the Pokemon franchise. Did Regigigas actually tow continents? Because it sure doesn't feel that way when you use it.
Well, Arceus is actually God, so...
Well, he sure doesn't feel that way when you use it. Why are his stats not infinite?
Actually, that one has a lore reason. In Legends Arceus, he explains that there are multiple Arceus out there, but it is merely a small part of him. It is not the full Arceus.
Okay. So that's the part that's fighting the Billion Lions, the kind that doesn't have infinite stats and you can use in battle.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's still stupid strong anyway, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know what the heck is... I mean, realistically, if you just use a move like Surf, that kills, like, tons of Pokemon, doesn't it? Excuse me, kills, like, tons of lions. Because, like, the question... To me, the question isn't, can the lions win? The question is, how badly do they lose?
Yeah. So we're still looking for 6 rogue boxes.
I thought it was just 3.
No, we missed 6.
Well, we're here, and I'm not seeing any... I don't see any that way.
They wouldn't activate boxes behind the checkpoint from hitting something like that, would they?
Well, we would have seen the outline.
Sometimes they don't have outlines in Crash games.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, it's very mean. They don't do it often, but they do it. There's
See,
nothing-
and I thought I was
nothing
being
there.
clever by, like, bouncing up to this thing. Wait a second. Was there something up there? Yeah, Groudon, 1 Earthquake, and the Lion's dead. Well, yeah, I mean, considering that there is stuff that we could probably do to Pokemon that wouldn't kill them. If we take, of course... Assuming, of course, we take the... Everything
I mean,
that...
how strong is Earthquake? How do we translate that to real-life terms?
Yeah. I mean, also things like... Well, yeah, we also have to consider things like, Still, though, I think it's not even worth, like... On some level, it's like a debate that's mostly just a joke, right? Because every time you talk about this, the go-to joke response is always, I don't know, that's a lot of lions.
Anytime these kind of debates usually come up, it's usually with a series like Pokemon or Superman, where powers are very, very undefined, so you can't really have the concrete argument.
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon are way smarter than real-world animals in almost every case.
They can only remember 4 moves. I'm right, though!
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but what can... The lion can learn Scratch and Bite and Pound?
What are the stats of a real lion in Pokemon terms?
I mean, heck, there are 7 billion people on Earth, and I feel like people wouldn't be... Like, and people would absolutely agree that they would be able to beat humans.
I thought it was actual Wrath of Cortex. We streamed that already.
We did stream that a while ago.
I like it. I don't love it, but...
No, I don't love it either. It just plays everything way too safe, which was ultimately an issue stemming from its development.
We're gonna have to get that life crate over there.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long ago it was. I had someone arguing to me that Popeye would beat Dragon Ball Z characters because of a scene where he like lassos the moon or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're talking about the Popeye comics, he gets up to all sorts of wackiness in those.
That was a
Huh?
that was a plot. I don't know what you did different.
All right.
That was a plot point in the original script of Emperor's New Groove when it was a more serious film.
Mm-hmm. That someone was
gonna lasso the sun down.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, but also Pacha was the name of one of the main characters in that version. He was like one of the two, because it was a Prince and the Pauper story originally.
It was called Kingdom of the Sun.
Yeah, and Yzma even had a song for it, which did make it onto the Emperor's New Groove soundtrack. It's a pretty good song, too.
Be a waste otherwise.
Yeah. No! No tape!
Does Eartha Kitt sing it?
Yes.
Also, you got like Coco didn't fully load. She had like a weird no eyes syndrome.
It happens.
I think I'm gonna attempt a Nuzlocke in Pokemon Scarlet. Was there ever a consensus about how to do that? Because Pokemon appear on the field in that game.
Yeah. I guess it would be the first one you see. But they had spawned in like groups of 5, so... Well, yeah, blowing up the moon in Dragon Ball is nothing impressive at this point. Everyone can do it. Roshi kind of did it for no reason. He just did it to show off the Kamehameha. The Kamehameha, excuse me.
De-transform Goku.
Was that it? I thought that was why Piccolo did it, but he was just showing off the Kamehameha.
Piccolo did it to
get Gohan.
Form Gohan.
Yeah. Look how sad.
It's just sad. It doesn't have anything to carry.
And it kills itself.
What's the crate count on this, by the way?
I think it's like 500. 441.
Let me see how long this took me. If I even finished it in the stream I started it. Which was over a 5-hour stream.
This is the longest level in the game, no question. I think this is going to be just one more stream after this, though.
Yeah. $230 to $515. So, 2 hours and 45 minutes to get a gold relic on this level.
Oh, jeez Louise. Dingo dial ain't exactly fast.
That's kind of what made Crash 1 having relics interesting, was that he didn't have any fancy movement. It was just pure platforming.
I don't know if I can jump on that. It looks like you can. Straight up, it looks like it's got a bouncy thing, even.
That's mean.
I saw some people on a Reddit thread, that was like shortly after the game came out. They were complaining about Cortex's controls in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people were like, every walkthrough I've seen of this game, people are having a hard time shooting a crate that's right in front of them. And yeah, I mean,
definitely pretty bad.
You saw me do that. You saw me have a really hard time getting crates that were like right there.
His movement is fine. It's unique. The gun just sucks.
That was mean. I shouldn't have done that to him. He was just doing his job. Okay. Oh, I'm back here again.
I looked up Scarlet Violet Nuzlocke, and I'm finding like lists of various workarounds people are suggesting, but not like a consensus.
I mean, the game has routes, right? So we can at least you know, shrink the game down into individual sections, because it has routes, it has areas, right?
Here's 3 that this page is suggesting. Go to the first Pokemon you see, obviously. Use a random number generator to choose a random encounter in each area. Or close your eyes and run around until you encounter a Pokemon. I do that. I like that one.
I wonder.
You think if you can, like, blow that guy up?
Yeah. Okay, no.
He's
I was wondering
protected by pottery.
I was wondering if maybe he had a hidden gem inside. Not to mention that this has to be one of the easiest, like, that Scarlet and Violet has to be one of the easiest games to do this with because, you can just run around wherever you want to farm.
To just, like, get levels to grind?
Yeah, to grind.
Are you talking about, like, the auto-battling system?
Well, no, I just mean because if you don't like something, you can just run away and try somewhere else. It's not like any other game where there's, like, grass you have to consider. You're not forced to go down a specific direction, you know?
Yeah. You do, in Nuzlocke, you are required to catch whatever you...
Well, yes, I know, but I mean, if you're, like... The other thing about Nuzlocke is that you also have to worry about if they die, they're gone forever, right? So,
yeah.
Son of a gun, why am I not getting this anymore? I spun that guy once.
So just because there's so many areas, you have so many... You'll end up with so many Pokemon.
Yeah, or you can just... Or if you were, like, having a hard time in a certain area or you think you might die, you can just go somewhere else or avoid the Pokemon entirely because, heck, grass means nothing to you anymore.
Although it would constitute a specific area in that game.
I mean, also, we have to consider something that X-Boy just said. Terror raids.
That's another option, I suppose. You can only catch, like, a Pokemon from every Terror Raid location.
Yeah.
Which are random, but they're from a pretty limited pool, I think.
Playing during an event so that you get Walking Wake.
Are they doing like cycling events in that, like Smash?
I
or are
think
they still
so.
just supporting it?
I think they cycle events.
It's not to think about that.
Oh, we didn't
He
get this.
acknowledges it.
We didn't get that one dialogue where he's like, "If I the what is it? If I see the diner in the future, do I like?"
I think where it's coming up. I think he talks about it throughout his level.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Also, screw those crates that were off the side like that. Down on the little hidden platform.
Yeah.
Potential? Am I a franchise? Could I open a restaurant? In an airport?
He's so excited about the prospect.
Yeah.
Wasn't an airport like denying Chick-fil-A a spot during their controversy?
I didn't hear about that.
I think that was something that happened. I don't think the Dingo Dial section of this is too bad if you're not going for crates.
Yeah.
Just getting to the end. The Taunt section can be kind of demanding.
Especially the bit at the end.
Oh yeah.
There was a whole side section off of there. I'm not going that way. I don't know how I feel about this music for Dingo Dial. It makes, I mean, he just makes him look and sound dumpy. You know?
I'm trying to listen. Sorry, I can barely hear it.
Ah, sorry. You know, I don't think I got invincibility with anyone except Crash.
I don't think that any of the other character levels have opportunities for it.
Hmm. I think this level did.
Unless
This
maybe
sucks!
Because I saw my future franchise. Oh, bollocks, my head hurts.
He swore again.
Wonder what the local delicacy is here.
Mommy, what are
I hope it's
bollocks?
Spicy and fried.
Randomly just 2 characters at once.
They have no connection, these two characters.
One's not impacting the other. Anyway, Dingo, yeah, he's like, if I found it in the future, then my head. But, like, is this your future? Is this even you? Is this like another Dingo dial?
Chic it chalk.
Yeah, that's the place I said earlier. Oh, man, though, I do want to go for something fried or a hot dog or something.
Is this how this works? They just have to display targets on a screen, and that's good enough?
Good enough. Hey, I bet if I painted targets. If this was Earthbound, there would be some NPC who's like, hi, I'm the target painter.
Oh, we haven't even gotten a checkpoint yet.
That, I mean, to be fair, that was a relatively short area of the level. The fact that this is 2 levels is weird. This is 1 level is weird, though. It should have been 2.
It seems so natural to have everyone have their own level.
But no, Cortex gets his own, and then Crash and excuse me, Tawna and Dingodile have to share one. Well, at least Tawna's more nimble. Feels better to control.
I wonder if Coco were to be a different character, how she would play.
I don't know. Definitely not like Wrath of Cortex. There's the checkpoint. Good depth perception.
This is also similar to Ratchet.
This is, isn't it? Oh, okay.
How do you do that from there? All right.
Use that for your next time trial. Oh. It didn't appear.
That was almost very bad. Honestly, Tawna, this is your fault for, like, riding the rails of a public transit system.
When you could have just rode the public transit system?
Not extreme enough.
No. I'm not really sure what her personality is like. She likes being a loner, but not really. She's protective, but not really. Because she doesn't want Crash and Coco to get hurt, but she's more than willing to just leave them to their own devices.
I guess she's like a wanderer, an adventurer, vagabond.
I guess. Homeless.
Yeah.
Imagine that face on every airport in America.
She's like a weird, non-British Lara Croft.
I guess so.
Well, apparently, I learned, does not, like, go treasure hunting for profit. She's already rich, and she just does it for sport.
Yes, she has like a rich family, and they explore her backstory and everything like that in the PS1 games. I haven't played the Tomb Raider games, but I feel like I should.
I don't think they age particularly well. I wouldn't enjoy playing them.
I mean, there are the newer ones.
I know nothing about them either.
Yeah.
They probably don't play the same or play similarly to the original ones.
Yeah.
Because the original Tomb Raiders are basically like they're kind of like platformers, except you move and turn really slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like puzzling out what kind of jumps you want to make.
I don't want to
given
do
the
that.
geometry.
I don't want to do that at all. I'm just straight up rejecting the boxes now. I hope whatever this is isn't important for the trains to function.
They're also really obtuse. You would almost certainly have to be looking up guides during a playthrough.
Hmm.
The remasters are good, though. People like them.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice that they were able to update the graphics while still kind of looking PS1-y.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's Greg Eagles doing the Budabaga for Aku Aku, or is it just the original voice line?
I don't know.
Because I know the money, honey, 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 when you lose him is the same from the original. Alright, this is the section that usually trips people up, because if you get hit by any of these cars, it's one-hit death.
Which is great to have this at the very end of the level on a time trial.
Yeah.
You got it all in one run.
Couldn't see where I was landing anyways. Oh, you're having trouble? Here's Aku Aku. That's not gonna help!
Spicy fried mystery food.
That's pizza.
Dingo was just waiting here, I guess.
And he ate a rubber duck.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, have you seen the swill he serves and calls food?
Dingodile versus Plankton cook-off.
I'd probably trust Dingodile a little bit more. Hey, at least it's not all chum.
What did that had a tape, didn't it?
Yeah.
I guess these ones.
Well, no, none of them
Did you
had
get it?
tape. There's no tapes
Okay.
in those. Is Cortex wanted? Look at that picture.
Where?
On the right there in the middle. Got a picture of Cortex on the wall on the side. Right side, just adjacent to the platforms.
I see what you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
I don't know if I see Cortex in it. I'm trying to look closer, I guess.
We'll see it when I go through the level.
Uka Uka was here. Apparently.
Uka Uka? Question mark. But Uka
Where is he?
Uka, the Bandicoot. I gotta remind you his controls. I guess that's better than, like, you not playing him for a while and completely forgetting. Especially because if you were like me in my original playthrough and didn't do any of the side levels, then you wouldn't have played as Cortex since that first level.
Now, are we going to get any that randomly turn into gas platforms in this level?
Probably only in the 3D sections, honestly.
There's the theme.
Yeah.
You're just not going to get that box. A little further on the right.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, this is a bounce? Huh.
That was almost the Donkey Kong theme. Da 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 da.
Oh, I hate the gun!
Yeah. That spot sucks. Because you have to not only aim, you have to aim quickly on a falling platform. You can't even play it safe and jump on them because then the platform would be gone.
Yeah. Okay. That one's... They laughed. They smiled when I fell.
You'd think he would, like, reinvent his flying scooter. That was such a convenient thing that he just doesn't use anymore.
He used it into Insanity. I can't think of any other times where he did that. Because he had it in 1 and in 3. Yeah? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Eggman probably can't be removed from his egg rider. He's melted to the seat in Genesis. Oh, do you get a pity mask?
I guess I did get a pity mask.
More?
Love
I guess you
this.
can turn that enemy to a platform, but
Still, not
Yeah,
worth
who cares?
it.
why dash when no dash worked just as good? Now it's not gonna work.
Alright. I see the deal. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Is this a hotel? A hotel? Okay.
Haven't I ever heard of doors?
Guess not. Oh. Oh!
Do you think the next main Pokemon gen will be open world again?
I don't know. I can't
I feel
imagine
like
them
they're gonna
going...
have
I don't know if
Trouble
I...
going back after this.
That's what I'm saying, because they just did 2 that were more of, like, this style. One that had smaller, concentrated areas, and one that had, like, a whole game.
Even the Legends game are pretty
That's
wide
what
open, right?
that's what I'm saying. There was just Scarlet and Legends.
I thought you were talking about Sword and Shield, which kind of tried but didn't really try that hard.
No, Sword and Shield still had roots and stuff like that. What is Cortex doing in this level? He is definitely not looking for something to eat. Whatever. Oh.
Squish. Is he just looking for a nice place to partake in evil? Is that his vacation plan?
He's like a smoker. He can't quit.
I think that's optional. I think you just go left. Like on the bottom part.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
We still got an hour left.
Yes, we do. I don't know if that's enough time to do the final world or not.
Probably not. Oh, it's gonna be a short final stream then.
Yeah, that's fine.
You could keep going without me. I wouldn't be the end of the world.
No, but it would suck to miss the ending, wouldn't it? And then I don't
Yeah.
get your final thoughts either.
This game is too hard. Final thoughts. Just angry little man firing his angry little shots. I'm venting.
Oh, like in Among Us? No engine. There we go.
Be a real shame to fall now.
Knew that was gonna happen.
I guess we also, you planned on going back to the Ice World Plus to look at the inverted ones.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I was gonna stop right before the final boss to do that.
Can you just skip this section by going up there?
Guess so.
You can skip that by doing that.
See right there, that's Cortex.
I guess it is his outline.
I must be somewhere I'm not supposed to be right now.
We were in a hotel, and now there's, like, tubes transporting stuff.
Oh, we're just meeting up with everyone, I guess.
Snurgleshank was killer.
So that's Schnurgle, like...
Heat was too high. That's why it was all rubbery inside. Subpar grill marks, too.
I liked the pickled wumpa leaves.
Cortex, you can't. Why did you not see it before?
Would you believe I actually wasn't expecting him to betray us again?
I actually wasn't either.
But then I guess I didn't really know where else we would be going with the trophies gone.
I mean, I thought this was the end of the game. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot! I forgot about this!
She said a big girl word.
That's our third one today, after Dingo Dial got 2. Forgot about how much I hate this part.
It's okay, those are kindergarten words in Australia.
Where Cortex is also from. Or, excuse me, where Crash is also from.
I guess, yeah. If this were authentic, everyone would have potty mouths. That whole section is designed so you have to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Because if you slow down, the crates slow down. It's super weird.
There's another way I can break this cycle of endless fighting between us.
By killing you!
I can go back to where it started. I can undo my greatest failure.
He means you, Crash.
Oh, Coco, though. No, Coco was great. She behaved very nicely.
Bye-bye, bandicoots.
Why is it just blowing them away?
Maybe it's like that Rarity episode, and Coco like tricked them into releasing her.
Maybe.
Or she probably just got out when Crash built the castle.
Well, no, we know that. Oh no, I know. Well, I don't know, because she was in there a whole year after, according to the flashback tapes.
That's true.
All right, welcome to Cortex Power. Unironically, I'd rather be playing Cortex Power.
Just Crash 1-1.
Yeah.
It's way easier.
I'd rather be playing Cortex Power in Crash 1.
Hey guys, people are comparing this series we're remaking to Dark Souls. Oh, we'll give them Dark Souls.
They're wusses. They don't know what Dark Souls is. I mean, to be fair, comparing things to Dark Souls is so passé.
Crash and Cuphead were the silliest comparisons.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you want to compare something to Dark Souls, then, like, things that actually play like Dark Souls would be a good place to start. He's about to pelvic thrust. Don't interrupt a man when he's pelvic thrusting.
Take a hint already. Who's on my super secret personal frequency? What? Who is this? This imposter? Do you not recognize your own face? I've come from the future to warn you.
I have a hard time believing that Cortex wouldn't believe himself.
Into the general
Yeah.
of your army, you will fail. The machine rejects God. Fiend, embryo, alert the gods. Why won't I listen to me?
Right? Like, I have a feeling that Cortex is the kind of person that would be like, well, if did something go wrong, I would have my past self to warn me, you know, like...
He has the ego that he should be trusting himself.
Right? Assuming he thinks it is himself, I guess, which is what they've decided to go with, but... I don't
He's going
know!
on about how hot he is.
A bona fide 10. And then this is where, like, Crash has, like, the eyebrow with the pride flag. What am I touching?
The side of that spinning thing. That is a very weird hitbox.
Guess I'll just go back instead.
Probably the main part of the reason I really don't like the water levels in Crash 3 is because those are the ones that have... That's like the only instance of really misleading geometry in a Crash trilogy game.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention the one hit and you're done with the blaster thing.
Yeah, that too. This is one of our final opponents, Rats with Spikes.
When was the last time we saw an enemy that we had to, like, slide into?
Okay, well, I guess we didn't need that mask.
I
think maybe we needed it.
I'm surprised that the game just didn't give it to me. There's a tape here. Is this the one that has the gem root, or is it the next one?
I think it's the next one. It's usually like the final level of the game.
Cool. We're barely into the level and I'm already struggling. These rats don't look mutated.
Yeah, they just look like rats. I always found it kind of noteworthy or interesting how the Crash games were willing to have enemies that you just couldn't kill.
Mm-hmm.
Those floating metal spike guys.
Oh yeah. I did. Oh.
I guess that's not that uncommon with stuff like Booze, but
Booze you can't kill unless you have a star. There's Gordos and Kirby, which are completely invincible.
Yeah.
An enemy acting as an obstacle is not really that unusual. There are red zingers in the Donkey Kong Country games, which can't be killed. And in the Returns games, even more than the tiki buzzes that can be destroyed with a barrel, there are the fire tiki buzzes that can't be even destroyed by Rambi either.
I guess in Crash, I just got used to like puzzling out how to kill every enemy.
Mm-hmm. Oh! He switched on me! Anyway, do you think that's really, like, if that's Dingo's future, then is it really? I mean, it's a different dimension, man.
Also, wasn't it like the year 8000?
Yeah.
So he's not going to be around for that.
Maybe it's like a Chuck E. Cheese situation where someone other than the founder has to get involved.
What if it's just someone else named Dingo? That'd be the saddest reality.
Well, we saw his face, so...
Oh, did we?
Yeah, his face was like on some of the signs. Hey, where is the next checkpoint? I'm livid. Got a pity Aku. I guess I am dying from being hit, but those are due to stuff that you're not even really supposed to be able to get to anyway.
Remember when people actually thought we were gonna get a Crash Bash remake?
I don't remember that.
Funny in retrospect. I knew a few people who were like really expecting that.
That's a weird one.
Like right after the Nitro-Fueled remake.
I understand like the thought process, like they're remaking everything else, but like no, Crash Bash doesn't have like okay. Thanks. Don't know how I slipped out. Oh.
It only has one fan, me.
Well, because I was saying Crash Bash doesn't really have the longevity as a party game for something like that. Nitro Fueled is a kart racer. The kart racers are like a really popular genre. The original was super solid and already had a massive fan base. I just, you know, feel like the situation is so different. To expect Crash Bash is kind of silly.
It also wasn't made by Naughty Dog. So.
That's also true. Eurocom.
These guys are annoying for time trials.
I can imagine.
Or you get stop and wait enemies.
You get a wrong cycle. You get a bad cycle, and that's it. Wow, okay, thanks.
So this being the final world implies that Cortex and his minions have only gotten worse at obstructing Crash over time.
I mean, Crash, I don't know, Crash never went in here.
Yeah, it's a really good thing he didn't take this particular path in Crash 1.
I mean, with all those gears and stuff, this would have been awful for him.
He couldn't even double jump.
No. Wouldn't that be funny if they just designed it like a Crash 1 level where you can beat the whole thing without double jumping or sliding?
They'd have to really make it difficult to compensate that. This is where they use slippery climb. Just stick it in this game.
it's just slippery climb. No, yeah, it's Stormy Ascent.
Is that the cut one?
Yeah, Stormy Ascent
That's
was the
one.
cut
Yeah.
one.
Imagine they got Clancy Brown back to voice, like, past Cortex only.
Or the original guy from Crash 1. Although he probably did exactly, like, 1 or 2 takes for that line in the original.
Yeah. That's something I'm cool retconning. We don't need to remember Crash 1 Cortex voice.
It's just got no flair, no personality. It's so generic.
Prepare the female bandicoot.
Yeah. Prepare the female band. It's more like Vegeta, a little bit.
I hate this part.
Oh.
I don't know how you're supposed to time it so that you don't get got.
Cool, cool.
Especially on time trial when you're trying to one cycle it.
Right. That wasn't so bad. But I waited, so.
Hey, this is designed like a Crash 1 level.
You're not captured by Cortex anymore.
Oh, get the bonus for a checkpoint.
Oh yeah, good point. But I was gonna say, Kapuna, why you're not captured by Cortex anymore? Can't you, like, forcibly fix this?
I mean, what are they gonna do?
The thing they do at the end of the game.
No.
New.
Oh, right.
Yep. Well, I got the checkpoint. What do I gotta prove? Oh, well...
What?
There was another checkpoint, like, right after that.
Logically, you should be able to land on those fine when you're in slow motion.
Okay, here's the
Probably
tape.
can't.
How many deaths? 10. I did better as it went on. Wow, I did that whole section without dying. No
What do you think
ducks.
that looks like to them? Do you think they see like an orange blur zipping around?
Do you think it's like, or is it more like chaos control?
Where it just like teleports?
That's right at the end of the level. Alright, gotta do this whole
You
thing.
knew what this was. You knew this 3 worlds ago.
Yeah, I knew this 3 worlds ago, but I'm still mad.
How many have we done? Have we done 3 this stream?
How many levels have we done, or how many
Flashback
tapes? 2, I think. I think we did 2.
But there aren't 4 levels left, so where's the last ones?
There's 3 levels left. I think you might have just miscounted.
Listen up, lackeys. There's an imposter me on the loose.
So, you think he made those rats?
I assume.
Because if he was talking to his lackeys, I would have assumed there would have been a bunch of lab assistants down here.
I guess Brio is more the, Well, I guess he's more the animal experimentation guy.
By far, Akano seems to be the rarest mask.
It's also kind of the least interesting mechanic.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Or at least he's the one that slows the pace of the game down the most.
Mm-hmm. Why is it so glitchy? Oh, you're kidding. I couldn't even see how close it was, rather.
It is weird that the enemies of this level are just not obviously mutated animals.
Yeah, it's like it's lightning bugs and rats with shields, and I have no, like, do these work for Cortex or what? Because they don't look it. They just look like regular animals, you know?
If this is the factory level, we should be hearing like Pinstripe, not Cortex.
Yeah, kind of weird. He's like, well, I don't need honest businessmen. I'll make a mafioso. That'll be perfect.
I guess this is, well, this is before Crash was made. I guess we don't know when the others were.
I assume they're before because, like, Pinstripe's the CEO of this whole factory at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Plus
they're
all
already,
of,
like all established.
plus all of his minions. Papu Papu had nothing to do with any of this. Crash just killed him for no reason.
I mean, the Islanders attacked him for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forgive those shield bumper dudes.
Or the people who just have no reason to walk back and forth when the hog's on the loose.
Yeah.
How do you like me now?
Cortex, why do you have these long chains of just stationary sharp gears?
Aesthetics. Every evil genius has one.
He's going for a toxic punk.
Mm-hmm. Oh! You can't even see the rats. You know, the one, the one guy who makes those Cortex song remixes, I think my favorite one of those is, Frozen Antarctic. The one that's to the theme of Toxic. I don't know, because it's like, it's wholly original lyrics. The All-Star one was more or less the actual original song, but I think that might have been the first one he made.
I like the Dance Spot one. I think
Dance
it flows
Spot is
a little bit better than
Mm-hmm.
Antarctic.
Listen up, lackeys. There's an imposter me on the loose.
I also like that he lets you listen to the instrumental versions. Yeah, he releases those. I guess it's also kind of neat, too, that he mixes together the Spiral Mouth samples with the original PS1 samples.
You get someone who does like a good Cortex impression to actually sing over the instrumentals.
And I don't know if you can tell, but those vocals are not AI. Those are like sentence mixed, which is very impressive. There was this one Christmas collab he did where Cortex sang "All Alone This Christmas," and that one's really funny. It's almost like he was saying it to Crash. Oh, how I hate him, but oh, how I love him. My Cortex.
I was gonna say, do you think Eggman would get along with another of himself? But they did that in the comics.
And in Sonic Generations.
Oh yeah. I wonder what happens if you touch the bugs while they're not emitting electricity. You still get shocked anyway.
You probably just get shocked immediately. Haha! Gotta watch out for these guys. I hate those. This place is held together with... Oh! I had no idea there was even any nitro on that gear. Now I gotta watch. If I'd hugged the sides, I wouldn't have touched it, too.
This isn't accurate. Nitros didn't exist in Crash 1.
That's the other thing, right? Why are there nitros here? I mean, I guess the implication is that they're making them. And that's why... And Crash was never here, so he never saw any. Maybe
So both the levels here are the factory levels, because the next one is Cortex Power.
Yeah.
We don't actually have... Well, okay, the final level is Cortex Castle. I think.
I'm trying to recall.
And then there was just that temple that was just at the bottom of Cortex Island.
Wouldn't that be something if, like, we did see one, like, if we did see Pinstripe minions in here? I think that would have been way cooler than regular old rats and bugs. I bet there's concept art of that, and they decided that what they wanted to do with the enemy type in this level worked better with these.
They appeared in Crash 1, but only 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because they were only in the levels just before Pinstripe.
But they could design new little mafioso-looking guys.
Yeah. I'll wait a little bit before jumping out. Big mistake! You'd think they put those in there so you'd expect him to ride it smoothly, but no. Oh. That's kind of funny. The way that the shape of those lanterns are, it's like a kind of a visual trick that it looks like an exclamation point if you're looking at it from slightly above. What are those things?
Just embryo slime creatures.
Well, if they were embryo slime creatures, I could actually jump on them.
Can you not?
No, you can't touch them at all. At least I don't think so. I didn't bother after I died after trying to spin one.
Even those downgraded, because you couldn't spin them in Crash 1, but you can spin them in this game. The ones in the embryo fight.
Yeah. I mean, you also have to consider the location of where you're fighting embryo.
There's a lot of stuff happening right now.
I know!
Oh, they explode.
Yeah.
The cyclone spin was also kind of nice because you could like just keep spinning and not have to time your spin on enemies. Uh-oh. This part.
Should have waited a bit longer. Because it's like right after here, isn't it? I'm just checking. Oh no, it's still a ways to go at this point, isn't it?
You need to go through the whole slowdown section. Although we do have the, well, no, that doesn't matter.
The bonus room
checkpoint only mattered for the blue gem.
Yeah. We'll get it. We'll get this. I'm gonna memorize this level front to back when I'm done with this, and then I'll forget it. Because you know.
You should do the relic now before you forget.
Yeah. Why don't I just shoot myself in the foot now? I'll just break all my fingers.
People in this game are very unapologetic about calling people lackeys and minions.
I feel like Cortex would.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Oxide because he literally appeared in like 2 games in the series before this. 3, I guess, if you count Nitro Kart 3D.
Well, I guess these animals are basically slave labor.
What are you going to pay them in?
I guess we don't know the Gas Moxians aren't. The Chicken Big Mac has arrived. I don't know if I'm interested in that.
Well, what is that? 2 chicken patties and like the regular Big Mac fixins?
As far as I can tell.
So it's just honestly, it's a sandwich you could probably already get.
Yeah.
Because you can like edit on the okay. Because on the websites or DoorDash or wherever, or even in the kiosks, or even if you just ask them, they'll charge you extra. You could just ask for a second chicken patty.
But you need the middle bread piece. That's what makes it a Big Mac.
You know what? That's fair, I guess. They had this one build your own Big Mac thing for a while. You ordered 2 sandwiches and then you made it yourself.
Huh.
I forgot. I remembered that just now. Like and they had packaging that explained like the process, and it's like so you're not. This isn't me making my own Big Mac. This is me making my own Big Mac. You know.
Lips like 2 overripe bananas, skin like a jaundiced mole rat, a bona fide 10.
So jaundice exists in this world.
Well, is that any surprise?
Which implies that either Cortex has it, or he's just like an exception.
I mean, sometimes things are just yellow. I gotta wait to load the whole level over again.
I guess we can assume that normal people look more like the lab assistants.
Yeah, I mean, the lab assistants, for all intents and purposes, are just regular old people. I mean, their noses are a little big, but whatever. I mean, look, Entropy, Embryo, Engine's got a normal skin tone.
It's just weird that Cortex is yellow without him having, if he doesn't have jaundice.
And then there's characters like Ebenezer Von Clutch. He's green with, like, no explanation.
I'd prefer not to think about that game.
Why?
It's the worst Crash game.
Really? That's
opinion.
the worst Crash game.
Tag Team Racing. It was awful.
Had some good jokes.
The whole premise is just kind of baffling.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what the premise of the game is, the like main mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, the whole game is just find Engine, fuse to Engine, shoot everyone, leave Engine before the match, before the race is over, win the game.
Yeah, you can just latch onto AI.
And you have no
Someone
say
race
in the
for
matter. And then the AI can do the same to you, and you have no say in the matter.
I guess that's about as well as team-ups in Crash games usually go.
Fair enough. Cool. Or even better... Oh, hold on. Never mind. Even better, play as Engine, and you don't have to find him. That's when Simp Engine started to become a thing.
Yeah. Oh, it was... so was that before?
That was
the
before...
two-
Yeah, because it uses the art style... It uses the general art style of Twinsanity. Except Engine got a redesign. He's green. Or he's gray.
I do like Simp Engine.
I think it's funny. He just kind of turns into a nutcase by the time of Mind Over Mutant.
I know there's a line where he gets coffee poured on, where he's like, "Oh yes, master, more."
That's in Titans. That's it. Yeah, because Cortex is like drinking coffee or tea or something, and then he spits it out. And he's like, "Oh, thank you, master." Because because that's right after Uka Uka announces that he's getting rid of Cortex and replacing him with Nina. And then the same kind of thing happens in Mind Over Mutant, where I think he gets replaced by Embryo. And Engine is upset because Cortex isn't in power anymore and he doesn't know what to do with himself.
That sounds very much like a side grade for Uka Uka.
Yeah. Although, no, in Mind Over Mutant, Cortex ends up, like, turning Uka Uka into a battery. He, like, fuses him. He, like, fuses him. Yeah, he, like, gets the one-up on Uka Uka. He, like, attaches him to a machine that starts milking, and I do mean milking, the mojo out of him, which is apparently something that him and Aku Aku have. And then while he's doing that, he keeps feeding Uka Uka cake. And then he's like, why do you keep feeding me cake? And Cortex go, I just thought it'd be mean. You'd never be able to eat cake again. And then meanwhile, Embryo is going insane. He's just claiming he's inventing everything. Like, Cortex shows off a new invention that he made, and Cortex and Embryo's like, it looks totally awesome. I invented it, and I want 10 of them. Or there's one where he's like, he claims he wrote the Bible. What was it?
Time travel exists. We don't know that he didn't.
Well, what was it? It's like, and then using the Evolvo ray, which I invented, not Cortex. Read your Bible, I wrote it.
The Evolvo way,
Meanwhile, Coco's like Coco and Crunch are like obsessed with these new VR masks they got. Every time Crash touches one, it electrifies him, and it just doesn't fit on Aku Aku's head, so they don't wear it.
I remember that bizarre plot line.
Yeah.
I mean, I played both of those games, but only like for a one-off stream. So
yeah, Coco's
only saw,
like
like a couple hours of each.
Coco's like looking up research all over the place, and Crunch is just looking at monkeys.
Is that why he's your favorite character? Your kindred spirits?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I just mostly like Crunch for his visuals, personally. I think he's just got a really fun design, his original, with the, I don't know, the camo shorts and the metal arm. I just really like that. I also tend to gravitate towards power-focused characters in games in general.
Yeah.
You've seen that from me. I mean,
I'm the same.
In Overwatch, I mained Reinhardt. In TF2, I mained the Heavy. In Smite, I mained Hercules.
What do you mean in Concord?
None of the... Well, actually, I like Mo and Krill.
That was a joke. I know none of the Concord characters.
Oh, wait, not Concord. Sorry. I'm thinking of Deadlock. I didn't play Concord. Because it was a Sony exclusive, and I'm not paying for Sony Internet. I pay for Nintendo Internet begrudgingly. I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. I keep getting caught by it.
I don't know why. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. It could have just been a pit. Like, you could have just, if you didn't press it in time, you would have fallen off the top. But no, it has to be gears. And there's no Aku Aku.
Well, I guess it makes more sense if it's gears, because falling off the top of the screen is kind of goofy.
Yeah, sure. Maybe they put black holes all over the place like Mario Galaxy.
I'm trying to think of what I would do with Embryo in this series. Because again, I don't necessarily like that they're both Cortex's assistants in this game.
I would just
Especially
keep going with the
Crash 2.
Embryo as like a fair weather friend type. Like he'll help you out when he can stand to benefit from it. But the second, he'll like, I don't know, maybe something like an addiction to betrayal. He's just always looking out for himself and no one else.
Aku had that. You watch Samurai Jack, there's not a single, like, team up with Aku that didn't end in disaster.
To be fair, half the time it's because that the ones that... Oh, not even the ones with his minions that failed. You're talking about any time him and Jack team up.
Or just anybody.
Yeah, I mean, Aku's not addicted to betrayal. He just knows he's better than everyone. So you have only a small window of use. I watched the Demongo episode somewhat recently. That's a fan favorite.
Remind me, is that the graveyard one?
No, that's the one where the guy has the power to absorb fallen heroes, so he gets stronger every time he beats somebody.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. And then he begs for forgiveness right at the end of the episode, only for Aku to go, no, and he just crushes him. What am I doing?
I don't remember the full context of the episode. I do remember one where Rod just comes down and helps out and then leaves.
I don't remember that.
Like, the Egyptian god.
Well, yeah, I know, because it's, Vishnu, Ra, and Odin helped make the sword. That was in the episode where they do a flashback to, Jack's father. He shows that the sword was made with those three.
Do you think it's safer to go up here than just to go? I guess you're going for the mask.
I'm going for the mask. I think it's worth it because I haven't failed it anytime I've tried it. But no, otherwise I wouldn't think it would be safer to go up there.
I wonder if the mask will let you take one of those gears on the wall section.
I don't know. I'm not about to test it.
Remember, there's this electric guy down there.
Yes. Alright, we want to make it so that when... There we go. Whew.
I'm a stubborn moron who's going to destroy his own future. I'm a stubborn moron. Hey, wait a minute.
I was expecting him to pull the... I was expecting him to pull the other kind of that, where it's like, okay, you know? Okay.
Still got the mask.
Still got the mask.
Where's the tape? Give me the tape.
It's coming up.
Does it slow down and even help you against those?
I think it stops the water from rushing.
Oh, okay.
I guess since this is so close to the end, this also helps me get the under 3 deaths. It's right, literally right at the end. Could we make it
Deathless.
a little... We did it deathless, but we
no
didn't get all the
ducks
boxes. We didn't get all the
What's
boxes.
the problem with ducks?
11. You have to basically get all of them.
Just for a robot crash.
Yeah.
It looks ugly.
Does look pretty ugly. Oh, hey, there's the gem root.
We got 15 to 20 minutes. We can probably do the flashback.
We would
tape.
probably do the flashback tape and probably the main run of the next level. Maybe. Yeah, only 2 left.
Tech check.
Tech check. Those little skateboards. This is the Crash 2 boss theme. Crash 2 final boss, I should say.
For engine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that up there. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh-oh. Well, okay. Well, those are... Okay, it'll still activate. This is very forgiving.
It is, isn't it?
Computing.
Hope I did that right. Guess I'll find out.
There are those outlines in the bottom left, bottom right. We don't know what they are.
Yeah. I don't know how to get those.
We have to set off the TNT. Which the best place to do that from would be the metal box that's not bouncy.
Good point. Ooh.
In fact, there's no danger if you just stand on that.
So I gotta do it quick.
Okay, before the nitros spawn.
Yeah. Oops. May 1997. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder why Coco feels so close to Crash, doesn't you? Doesn't it?
Yeah. If they, according to this, just met as soon as, like, by Crash 2 starts.
I had it. I was on a roll.
The timer keeps going up even after you die.
Yeah.
So is the death just like instantaneous revival?
Okay. Let me Simple enough. I knew it. I knew it. Oh.
They're gonna make you do the big jump.
Well, that was a lot easier the second time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have expected that. But wait a minute. So according to this, Brio was still working with Cortex basically up until the beginning of this game, up until the beginning of Crash 2. I would have expected that, like, after the failure of the experiment in Crash 1, he would have just left immediately.
Why do you think Brio's still here?
I don't. Oh, because he was in the last one about his overalls being made by his mother that they gave to Coco.
Yeah, he was. I guess we caught him right after he was fired, or left, or whatever. They decided to be nice that time and not breathe fire.
Sure, whatever.
That's not gonna get that one on the left, is it?
Yep.
Oh, it did.
Nice. Well, that one wasn't so bad at all. What the heck?
You got the order of these backwards.
More like they just put all the hard ones in the middle. We got time for another level, I think. What do you think? 15 minutes?
I got 10 minutes.
We could probably do it.
All right.
Just barrel through it, right?
We know we're gonna finish this next stream.
Yeah. Toxic tunnels. This is not the one with the... No, this is the one with the root, isn't it?
It looks like it would be.
Hmm. I mean, I bothered to get all the gems, so I might as well, right?
In Crash 1, it was the Great Hall.
Yeah.
Crash 2, it was the final fly level.
Yeah.
And Crash 3, it was the final future level.
Yeah. Wasn't there another level in Crash 2 that in one of the in Crash 2 there was also the one mecha the one mecha level that you needed all the gems for?
Mecha level.
Like, cuz like there's the factory levels in Crash 2.
There weren't factory levels in Crash 2.
Then I don't know what you call those, cuz there's the ones that had like the screens with the lab assistants and like tubing.
Okay, I think I know what you mean. The ones that are on Cortex's space station is where I assume they took place.
It's not really... If they are, then why does he need us to get the crystals for him?
Well, he doesn't. We're stealing his at that point of the game.
Oh, is that so? Oh.
Yeah, we were supposed to give the crystals to Engine in Warp Room 4, but then we said no and beat him up.
Okay.
As if we made the decision.
I'd like to point out that I think even if you have a mask, those just kill you.
The carts.
Yeah.
What is propelling this green fluid up with such force as to
I don't know.
support
Oh,
this
here's the
platform?
gem route. Is the tape on this route?
I doubt it. I don't remember what is on this route.
I think we'll skip
Hidden
it.
gem, probably?
We'll come back to it, and we'll show it off.
I liked Crash 2's variety of gems. There's just a number of ways that you could get them.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do this without dying, by the way. So hopefully this goes well. I'm not gonna go out of my way for crazy boxes or anything like that.
You can crawl under that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot about that. Did not know the timing. If I did, I would have
just
waited.
move on to the next one. I don't know if you can jump back onto it and avoid the fire.
Well, no, but I had to wait for it to move down so I could jump onto the next one, and I wasn't, like, so certain. Fruit. How is there any room on that platform for me to land behind it?
You touched the back of the rat. Death. I mean, you could just spin it.
I could, but I don't like doing that, because what if I mess up, right? Hate you.
It's a mean lightning bug.
Oh, I can crouch under that, can I?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Ow!
You know, all this Tesla stuff just seems like a massive waste of electricity.
What's it for? I don't know.
It looks cool. That, I guess, okay. That works, I guess.
Oh, no, it didn't.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either.
Probably shouldn't do it.
I wasn't trying to.
No, I'm talking to all the speedrunners watching this. This would be their stream of choice to watch for Crash 4 gameplay.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I don't think you can crouch under those ones.
Well, I wasn't going to anyway, because there's a box. These kill you instantly.
There's a bonus platform, but I guess we don't care. Did that just give you a big fruit instead of a life?
Some of them give you a fruit no matter what.
I thought that one was a life crate. Maybe I missaw. That's a really obvious TNT trap to be this late in the game.
Yeah.
I guess it's just to make sure you're still paying attention.
Hey, messes up a lot of people, I wager. There's hold on.
What must I do to prove myself?
I wanted that view of Cortex Castle.
Childhood pet, rock with googly eyes. Favorite
Is it gonna come back? There it goes.
butter on the side. Embryo, change the password to
Oh, he
my
likes the
diary.
Mario noodles.
Fruit is snooping.
His childhood pet were two birds. Oh, okay.
It didn't happen anymore.
Kind of. We saw them. There's the tape. Wow, there's a lot of ways to die right before it shows up. I hate you.
Boxes, they're a trap.
I should spin every time I try to land on that, then. I had no idea where that was. The color of the enemy circle is red, like the lava, so I missed it. How mean would it be if they put a TNT crate in the middle of those?
That'd be pretty mean. The only Crash level I can remember doing that is the second Ruins level, like the Road to Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Ruination, that's the one. There was a very similar level, but replaced a bunch of boxes with nitros.
I think in Crash 1 they had a couple of those where it was a stack of crates, but there was, or something, but they hid a TNT in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, it was in the lab.
Hmm. You know what? We're cutting it close, so I'm going to give this one more shot. If we don't get it this time, then we'll call it for today.
You are right at the ending. I believe you can do it. But we've also seen the entire level, so we can do the tape run next time anyway.
Yeah. Alright, one more attempt. Man, what is up with this? Yeah, we're gonna do the tape run next time. I kind of knew I wasn't going to really get it, but hey, you know, I can dream.
Now you're gonna practice Smash tomorrow and fill your head with knowledge and forget everything you learned about this level by Monday.
Yeah. Are you? It's right up there, isn't it? Like it's right there.
Okay. It looks like we do have another like platforming up the gears section after all this.
I think we should just leave it on this anticlimax.
Yeah, we'll come back. It's suspense. It's something to look forward to next. A cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Yeah, we're definitely going to be finishing this game next time, though. Because we have 2 levels, 2 flashback tapes. And then I get to show off the, the inverted versions. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn this off. Alright. Alright, well, that's all from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. We'll be back with more Crash on Monday. Tomorrow ooh, I left. Whoops. Well, tomorrow is Smash, so I hope you're ready to strut your stuff and get ready to brawl. We'll be seeing you then. Have yourselves a very good afternoon and a good night. That's all, folks.